All praise to the master. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Stephen Sondheim songs. For this list, we'll be looking at not necessarily the most iconic, but the 10 most singularly expressive and distinctive songs that this acclaimed composer and lyricist had a hand in crafting.
Miracles, nothing to them. I say don't be afraid.
Number 10, Not a Day Goes By, Merrily We Roll Along.
Not a day goes by, not a single day.
Not a Day Goes By will simultaneously melt and break your heart, one of Sondheim's trademarks. As Act 1 nears its end, so does Frank and Beth's marriage. Beth can't forgive Frank following his affair with Gussie, but that doesn't mean they've fallen out of love. Although Frank performed this song in the original Broadway production, it was reworked as a solo for Beth in the off-Broadway revival.
I keep thinking, when does it end? Where's the day I'll have started forgetting?
Whoever sings it, the song will resonate with any couple that's broken up, despite still caring deeply for one another. The lyrics are full of frustration, but the melody possesses a nostalgic sentiment, perfectly fitting the singer's conflicted feelings. Even if Beth leaves Frank, they'll occupy each other's thoughts every day until the end of time.
Till the days go by.
Number 9, Send in the Clowns, A Little Night Music.
Isn't it rich? Are we up here? Me here at last on the ground.
This musical follows a man, his virginal wife, his old flame, her lover, and his wife, all of whom collide for a weekend in the country. A Little Night Music is a classic farce, but it's not all laughs. Although one might assume it's a happy song, Send in the Clowns is a tragic tune masked by a comical title.
Quick, send in the clowns. Don't bother, they're here.
Having been rejected by Frederick, Desiree reflects on the foolish choices that led her there. There's an old saying in the theater, that when the show goes downhill, send in the clowns. If Desiree's life is a show, then this would be an ideal time to lighten the mood with a joke. Not even clown makeup can conceal the doleful song in Desiree's heart, however.
Well, maybe next year.
Number 8, No One Is Alone, Into the Woods.
Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own.
It centers on fairy tales, but Into the Woods doesn't wrap up in happily ever after fashion. Many characters meet dire fates while the survivors are left to pick up the pieces. What gives the remaining characters a glimmer of hope is that they don't have to endure these dark times alone. The baker, Cinderella, Little Red, and Jack find that they've all made selfish choices.
Honor their mistakes.
Fight for the mistakes.
Everybody makes
One another's terrible mistakes.
Witches can be right. Giants can be good.
By coming together and learning from each other's mistakes, though, perhaps they can make a better world for children to inherit. Whether you're going through a personal tragedy or something on a wider scale, it's easy to feel isolated. This bittersweet tune reminds us that no one is alone, and unity is the first step towards a happier ending.
They are not alone. No one is alone. Someone is on your side.
Number 7. Rose's Turn, Gypsy.
You either got it or you ain't. And boys, I got it.
Mama Rose's world revolves around molding her daughters into stars.
Everything's coming up. Roses for me and for you.
Rose's dream was never about June and Louise, however. This stage mother was forcing them to live out her own dream of fame, and she seemingly alienated everyone in the process. The spotlight has always belonged to Rose, but now she's truly taking center stage for a show-stopping solo. Rose beams with confidence as she proclaims to the audience that she's got it. She's ultimately singing to an empty theater, however, slowly pulling her back down to reality.
Well, someone tell me, when is it my turn? Don't I get a dream for myself? Starting now, it's gonna be my turn. Gangway world, get off of my runway.
Sondheim's lyrics and Julie Stein's music bring out Rose's passion, regret, and bitter broken dreams. It's a triumphant song with melancholic undertones that leave the audience to wonder if everything is really coming up roses.
For me. For
Number 6. Somewhere, West Side Story.
There's a place for us.
Caught in the middle of two rival gangs, Tony and Maria aren't sure how they can be together given all of the hate that surrounds them. They thus decide to escape from the Upper West Side and find somewhere else for their love to flourish. Sondheim's uplifting lyrics are perfectly complemented by Leonard Bernstein's soothing melody, as the star-crossed lovers long for peace, forgiveness, and acceptance. Although their love story ends in woe, Somewhere remains a beacon of inspiration that guides its listeners to a better tomorrow.
Someday, somewhere, we'll find a new way of living.
The place Tony and Maria sing about could exist anywhere if people put their prejudices aside. Unfortunately, it sometimes takes a tragedy to make people open their ears and their minds.
From home, someday,
Number 5. Epiphany, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
I had him, his throat was bare beneath my hand.
There, dear, don't fret.
No, I had him, his throat was there, and he'll never come again.
No, hush, love, hush.
Sweeney Todd is easily the most haunting musical Sondheim has ever cooked up. Not While I'm Around is an especially eerie duet, as two people sing about protecting the ones they love most, by any means necessary.
Nothing can harm you, not while I'm around.
Epiphany is arguably the most crucial song, though, as it sees Sweeney Todd fully become the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and it's filled with people who are filled with shit, and the vermin of the world inhabit it. But not for long. They all deserve to die.
Having missed his shot at the judge, the vengeful Todd is no longer satisfied with slitting his throat. He plans to give everyone in London, the rich and poor alike, a close shave. Like the best villain songs, Epiphany is menacing while also getting the audience pumped.
I'm alive at last, and I'm full of joy.
Mrs. Lovett has an epiphany as well, realizing what's been missing from her meat pies.
I mean, with the price of meat, what it is, when you get it, if you get it. Good, you got it?
Number 4, Getting Married Today, Company.
Part of me is everybody there because if everybody's there, I want to thank you all for coming to the wedding and appreciate you going even more. I mean, you must have lots of better things to do. Not a word of this, I will remember. Well, you know the man I'm going to marry, but I'm not because I wouldn't ruin anyone as wonderful as he is. But I thank you all for the gifts and the flowers. Thank you.
Ironically, Getting Married Today is one song you probably wouldn't want to play at your own wedding, but any Broadway fan should have it on their playlist. This patter song authentically captures the panic sensation of getting cold feet on the big day. The hyper music makes you feel the butterflies swarming around in Amy's stomach as she thinks of all the reasons not to marry Paul.
I'm not well, so I'm not getting married. You've been swell, but I'm not getting married. Thank you, oh, but I'm not getting married. Clear the hall, because I'm not getting married. And don't tell Paul, but I'm not getting married today.
Sondheim's witty lyrics fly at the audience a mile a minute with little if any room to pause. To master a song as fast tempo as this, you need the timing of a comedian and the speedy delivery of an auctioneer. If executed properly, this song will leave the audience breathless before even making it down the aisle.
One more thing.
I'm not getting married.
Softly said.
Still, I'm not getting married.
With this ring.
But I'm not getting married.
I thee wed.
I'm not getting married. That's great, but I'm not getting married today.
Number 3, Losing My Mind, Follies.
The sun comes up, I think about you. The coffee cup, I think about you.
Sometimes love just doesn't make sense, which can drive a person insane. Such is the case for Sally, a showgirl looking back on her relationship with Ben and the future they can't have together. Although Sally knows that her feelings are one-sided, she can't get Ben out of her head. Sondheim's lyrics and music are so calming at first, but it doesn't take long for the song to spiral into despair and loneliness.
You said you loved me, or were you just being kind?
You can sense that Sally is putting up a tough front, but on the inside, her heart is at war with her mind. I'm Still Here also carries a nostalgic note as aging film star Carlotta reminisces about her colorful career.
Lord knows at least I was there, and I'm here.
Yet Losing My Mind is the more personal and poignant number.
Am I losing my mind?
Number 2, Sunday. Sunday in the Park with George.
Sunday by the blue, purple, yellow, red water.
This musical depicts Georges Seurat as an artist who lives in his paintings, neglecting the real world around him. This shines through in the number Finishing the Hat as George continues to put his work before his loved ones.
How you have to finish the hat. How you watch the rest of the world from a window while you finish the hat.
The song that best exemplifies creative genius and obsession, though, would have to be the Act 1 finale. Sunday finds George in the park where his subjects are running amok. George freezes the moment in time, painting a portrait in his head as the ensemble sings in harmony. As the pieces start falling into place, the melody becomes more relaxing than a stroll through the park. Once the song reaches its climax, you can feel George's vision come into fruition, and it's picture perfect. The irony of Sondheim's work is it's not about singing it. It's about acting and feeling the song, but then you have to have insane breath support. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Someone in a Tree, Pacific Overtures. Comedy Tonight. A funny thing happened on the way to the Forum.
Something for everyone, a comedy tonight. Nothing for kings, nothing for crowns. Bring on the lovers, liars, and clowns.
The Ballad of Booth, Assassins.
Now the Southland will mend, now this bloody war can end. because someone slew the tyrant, just as Brutus slew the tyrant. He said, damn you, Lincoln, you righteous horse.
Take Me to the World, Evening Primrose.
Just hold my hand whenever we arrive. Take me to the world where I can be alive.
Loving You, Passion.
Loving you is not a choice, and not much reason to rejoice, but it gives me purpose, gives me voice.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Being Alive, Company.
The kids were asking Bobby, what have you been busy? Stop! What do you get?
In so few words, Company is about finding what's most important in life. Some folks go through life dwelling on insignificant things, as demonstrated through the sarcastic song The Ladies Who Lunch. For Robert, he spent more than 3 decades fearing the concept of marriage, content with having a group of close friends. Robert focuses on all the downsides of commitment, repeatedly asking the question, what do you get? The more thought he gives the question, Robert finds that he may get more than he initially assumed.
Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive, being alive.
This spellbinding song speaks to anyone who's ever been afraid to pursue something that's always seemed out of reach. It may not be perfect, but the journey, be it full of highs or lows, is part of being alive. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
What you look for, you know? You're not a kid anymore, Robbie. I don't think you'll be a kid again, kiddo.
Don't be afraid that it won't be perfect, buddy. The only thing to be afraid of is that it won't be.
Don't stop now.